Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. So over the past few years, Google has said that they want people publishing unique, new, fresh content. And they have promised that if you have great content, you will be rewarded. But they will not define what great content is. In fact, they will never tell you what great content is. Whether you ask Glenn Gabe, John Moo, you ask whoever, you can ask any liaison you want, and they will never tell you the definition of great content. And the reason for that is because the algorithm cannot tell the quality of your content. It's judging based on engagement, at least with the latest algorithm update. And so it sees if a piece of content gets great engagement and it's engaging people for long enough, it thinks the content is great. But that's not the topic of this video, but it's relevant to the video, and it's relevant to what we're going to discuss in this video, which is a brand new AI tool that Google is going to announce at some point, but right now it's open to just a handful of publishers who are getting paid, by the way. They're getting paid 5 figures to beta test this tool for 1 year. And so primarily, these publishers will be given the tool, and then they would use the tool to publish at least 3 stories a day using the tool. When I tell you what this tool does, it's going to blow your mind because it breaks every rule that Google has set for great content over the years, and what they've been trying to preach to us SEOs for over the years. We know just does not make sense, because we know a machine can't really tell good quality from great quality or even bad quality. But once I tell you about this tool, it will blow your mind. Before I get into the video, I just want to say I offer SEO services for a living. There's a link in the description that will take you to my website, where I offer a website audit service. I also offer topical mapping services, and I also offer monthly SEO. There's a link in the description to a Google form if you want to get in touch with me to discuss your website or get monthly SEO, or maybe hire me to consult for you. You can fill the form and I'll get in touch with you. So let's jump right back into the video. And so I'll just read this to you, and I'll put the screenshot of the post on screen so that you can also read this with me. It says, the beta tool under resourced publishers creates aggregated content more efficiently by indexing recently published reports generated by other organizations like government agencies and neighboring news outlets, and then summarizing and publishing them as a new article. Let me talk to you about that. These sources of original material are not asked for their consent to have their content scraped or notified of their participation in the process, a potentially troubling precedent. So this article has been published by Adweek. There's a link in the description. It will take you to the article, and you should read it in its entirety, because it throws everything that Google says about great content out the window. It really exposes what this tool does and just how insanely illegal this is. The program does not require that these AI-assisted articles be labeled. And so what this tool mainly does is that a news organization will be able to take this tool, enter in a few sources, governmental sources, other news article sources, and the AI tool will generate an article based on the sources, based on information from the sources, and publish it to their website. And Google requires that at least 3 of these news stories are published every day using the tool. Not only are they going to publish these news stories, but they'll get paid by Google to do it. Let that sink in for a while. Now, there are other tools that are doing this, by the way, that are not by Google. When there are other websites that scrape other people's content and regurgitate it or rewrite it or use AI to write it, Google doesn't really like that. In fact, Google has said that is unhelpful content, and because it's unhelpful content, you will get penalized. Well, do you think scraping other people's websites and other original news stories will generate helpful content? I don't think so. Will it generate unique content? Yes, it will be unique because it's rewritten by AI, but is it really valuable content? Well, probably valuable, but it's as valuable as all the other content it's pulling from. And so if you are an original news site, or if you're an original site that publishes original content, this tool could as well just pull stuff from your website, regurgitate it, republish it. And the best thing about this is I suspect that the news site that's doing this will rank very well and getting buttloads of traffic because they're partnering with Google. So what does Google get in return? Well, according to the news article, Google in exchange receives analytics and feedback according to the document that was seen by Adweek. Again, read the article on Adweek. As part of the agreement, the publishers are expected to use a suite of tools to produce a fixed volume of content for 12 months. That's a complete year. In return, the news outlets receive a monthly stipend accounting to 5-figure sum annually, as well as means to produce content relevant to their readership at no cost. So literally, this is free content for them, and they don't need to worry about copyright strikes. They don't need to worry about all the other things that come with producing content without partnering with Google. Now, when a Google representative was asked, they said, this speculation about the tool being used to republish other outlets' work is inaccurate. So the experimental tool is responsibly designed to help small local publishers produce high-quality journalism using factual content from public data sources like a local government's public information office and health authority. These tools are not intended and cannot replace essential role journalists have in reporting, creating a fact-based articles. Well, what's stopping them from doing it? I mean, is there an index in the tool that will just limit publishers to a few sources that Google knows and recognizes as being great and governmental and authoritative, and those are the only sources they can pull information from? And what's to say that once they start using the tool, a few journalists do get fired? In fact, journalists are losing their jobs every now and then. Like all writers have lost their jobs after the AI came out. And just nobody wants to hire a writer anymore. They hire writers just to probably fix the AI written content, but other than that, it's all AI generated. So how does this work? So according to this news article, to produce articles, publishers first compile a list of external websites that particularly produce news and reports relevant to the readership, which could probably be any website that they deem relevant. And so it doesn't mean it's a governmental organization, it doesn't mean it's an NGO, it doesn't mean it's Pew Research, it doesn't mean any of that, by the way. These sources of original material are not asked for their consent to have content scrapped or notified of their participation in the process, a potentially troubling precedent that can, well, yeah, they're not going to ask any permission because they don't want to pay any more money. And so if someone is collecting information on their site and Google says, you know, this is a really authoritative website, it's perfectly okay to pull information from it. And we don't have to pay this person any money. We don't have to pay the website owner any money. At the end of the day, that would mean that just about any website is fair game. The other bad news is that articles produced by the platform or produced by this tool redirect or take away traffic that genuine sources would otherwise receive. And so why would anyone go to a genuine source when a news source that using this tool is ranking #1 and has all the information they need, even if it's AI generated? And so this could be anybody's website. But this is, for now, these are just news websites. But what's stopping someone from developing a tool that's similar to this? I already know that there are a few tools that do this already. That's similar to this, and that anyone can do, anyone can buy for a subscription, and they can use this to scrape other people's content and publish content on the fly, and they probably will rank very well for it. And they will be taking genuine organic traffic from copyright holders, from the people who are publishing the data and are putting in the effort to publish the data. At the end of the day, those who are publishing the data no longer have incentive to do so or invest money in that kind of environment. And so eventually what Google is doing is shutting them down, which would mean that Google's AI would then become the only source of information, giving Google the keys to the palace, quite literally, for digital information. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this, and will this lead to a vast majority of news sites soon resorting to using tools like these and this tool to generate articles? And I'll see you guys in the next video.